Well, good morning guys, how you all going? It's been a little while. I haven't been making any videos. For those who didn't know, I recently got engaged, bought a house, moved in with my missus, and that's where we are right now. That's where I'm at. Anyway, during that process, once we got to the house, like anything, you want to make all different modifications and buy this and buy that. So to do that, you need money. So that was the position that I was in. So I went back to work. So I'm working again now to try and afford all those little things that you want in life. Not sure how long I'll be working for, but I would imagine it'll be, 2 or 3 years. So the videoing and all that sort of thing, I'll have to take a back step because you don't get a lot of time. Today is day before grand final. It is a public holiday, and I'll probably still get out once or twice a week, weather permitting. In daylight saving, which starts in October and we're almost there, I'll probably get out a little bit more. And at some point I'm going to try and switch to afternoon shift, and if that happens, which is the plan, then I'll still be able to get out at least 2 or 3 days a week during the day, and then just go to work in the afternoon. That's the plan. So that's where we're at. So that's why you haven't been seeing a lot of videos, why I haven't had a lot of time, etc. Not to mention, once you get partnered, you have to set aside a certain amount of time for them as well. It can't be just all about me. So that's where we are. Anyway, out at Noels' place today. It's a beautiful part of the country, got all the ranges in the background, and it's really spectacular views, really nice property. Anyway, I had permission out the back of this place, and there's quite a few on a sand hill out there. And I had already previously spotted this place, but I didn't have permission. Anyway, after speaking with Noel today, and it's good to get good feedback from people, folks, it really is. Noel said he was talking to a couple of people, and they said that I was honest as the day's long, and because of that feedback that he got, I think he's come and given me permission on this part of his property. Now, when I first met Noel, I drove past this particular paddock, and I seen about 100 rabbits running around it, thereabouts, over the entire paddock. There's a lot of different burrows. There's that one over there. They're all scattered throughout these sand hills. It's out in the open. They're easy to do. There's a real beauty on the edge of those pines there, and I will get to them at some stage. There's a whole bunch of rabbits running out there this morning. There's this burrow out here, which I've already netted up. I'm just letting it settle now, and they're scattered out throughout here. So there's a few rabbits in this paddock. Like everything, you won't get them all, but we'll put a big hole in them, knock them around a little bit. And this is a type of place that, between here and the back section, you wouldn't really need to go to too many other places. I still will get out to Al's place on occasion. I'll drop into Terry's place. You all know who I'm talking about, my followers. We'll drop in there, we'll do there. We'll do Julie's place. But they're on maintenance control now, so they don't really need a lot of work now. You'd sort of go back and hit the burrows every now and again, and it keeps the numbers down for them. Julie's the one that runs the brumbies, the horses. Terry runs sheep. Al runs sheep. And between that property and these ones, that's probably about all I'm going to sort of stick to for now. The other, and maybe Seppel's winery. So between those, they'll keep me busy for the foreseeable future anyway. Maybe when I retire, I might have to take on 1 or 2 more, but we'll see what happens. But it looks like I'll be working for a little while. So that's the story, guys. That's the news. Right, who have we got here today? There's a lot of news, guys, but I'll catch you up. If you remember, I bred Trixie last year. Buffy last year. We've got Blaze and Glory. So that's those two. 2 Jills, and they're magnificent. They were the top of the ferrets from last year. And they're really, really good. Out of all the kits, they were the best. In here we've got a couple of Jills from, if you remember, Cooter. I'm not going to go through his lineage, but the people who know, they'll remember him. That's his Jills. If you remember the cinnamon Jills I bred out of him, That's those two, and there was a sister called Spark, a really dark Jill I would have showed you at some point. I've bred her, that's why she's not here today. So I bred her with a buck that I brought in this year, and I rate all my ferrets. Look, I'll give you a quick background. When I rate ferrets, I judge them on a 9 priority trait system. Prey drivers at the top of that list. Then you've got things like agility, intelligence, how good are they on their feet, are they persistent, and there's 9 different traits they look at. And when a ferret's weak in an area, I try and get something that's strong in their weakness, put them together, hope for the best. Doesn't always work out, and it's a hybrid vigor philosophy. That's what I do with my ferrets. Anyway, just a little bit of a background. If you want to look up what hybrid vigor means, by all means go right ahead, and you'll get a better understanding of my philosophy. So anyway, they were out of Cuda and Trixie. They're really, really good. I bred their sister. You know, if I've got ferrets and I've had them for 2 or 3 years, it's because they've entered the breeding program. All their ferrets, they just work so well that I don't want to get rid of them at all. Okay, so that's them. Now, if you remember last year we bred Shorty and Spike. The previous year I bred Shorty and Spike. Out of all of those kits from Shorty and Spike from the first litter, I kept Sasha and her sister. Her sister got killed by a snake, and they're gone. Anyway, I've got 2 from this year's, was last year's breeding, but this year they were born. I've got 2 of those. Who else have I got in here? And I've also got Trixie in there just to bring her out for a run. So, and we all know Trixie. She's the mother of these 4 kids. So who have I bred this year? I've bred Buffy again to this new buck that I brought in, and out of the 9 traits that I look at, that buck is strong in 7 of them. So I rate him very, very highly. He's a little bit related to some of my ferrets, but from a long way back, they should be fine. But you always run a risk, guys, when you want to try and keep your ferrets, if you're breeding them, as unrelated as possible. I'm taking a bit of a gamble and going against my better judgment this year. I have been down the line of line breeding before, and it leads to disaster inevitably. That was my experience with it. So I steer away from that. Look up hybrid vigor and you'll see what I mean, what I'm saying. So that's where we're at. So this burrow will have settled by now, and what I'll do is I'll drop in 2 of well, who will I put in first? I might drop in Trixie's young ferrets and let you see what they can do. They're really, really good. Like, they're real good. This is Blaze, because she's got a white Blaze, and this is Glory, Blaze and Glory. Very nice jewels. And you'll get to see what they're all about. They're really good. They were the cream of the crop from what I bred last year. Not that there's a lot between them these days. My ferrets are pretty consistent, and the lines that I breed are bred for their particular strengths in a particular area. And then when you join the 2 together, you end up with a more well-rounded ferret. And I would imagine we'll get 1 or 2 out of this burrow, at least. Bang. It didn't take them long, did it? All right, dogs. Chase. Here. Dash. That's enough. Good boy, watch him. And we'll drop another couple of ferrets in here shortly. Just let these ones work a bit. Chase, come. Chase! Keep seeing them on that back burrow. We'll get to that burrow at some point. These deep sandy warrens, if you remember from Echuca, rabbits tend to run around in circles in them a lot. How we combat that is we drop in extra ferrets, and then every time the rabbits run, they keep running into a ferret. After they get bitten a few times, they stop running in circles and try and make an escape. Look. That missed him. So there's babies in there. There's that blaze out behind it. So she chased that out. So now I know there's babies in there. We'll put a few older ferrets in there, and they'll kill the babies quick and then start pushing the big ones. That's the plan. I'll put the 2 cinnamon does in, which is Lottie and Gypsy. Two really big gills, and they're nice gills. They're very, very, very good. I've had them for almost 3 years now. I bred these gills. And as I said, their sister Spark is a dark-nosed polecat, very dark polecat. I bred her this year. Why is it? Gee, she's so fast through the burrow. Dot. Super fast through the burrow, that ferret. That's what I love about Trixie's, a lot of Trixie's line. They're just so good on their feet. Now I'm going to pick her up if I get a chance. I can see a rabbit up here. I'll just let them work that burrow. See one up here this morning in a small, like little 2-hole or something. Just going to try and push it out and run into the net if I can. I'm just here somewhere. Here it was. Let's just hope these don't connect, but I doubt it. Come here, come. He's back out. Might have already moved. Oh, there it is. Got him. All right, come here, come. Starting to get the beginning of mixo, I think. Sure. But that's the one I've seen. Move. You can see how they are. They're as savage as you like, mate. I've seen that one run in there this morning. That's enough. Algae's got a buck out of those two, and he got 2 jewels out of it, and Algae took the buck, and that buck was an absolute ripper. I would have kept him, but he's too related to all of mine. Yeah, very typical of these big burrows. You always get held up on them. And then all of a sudden, like they just start moving. But they'll be killing the kits. There's a few kits in there. That's the beauty for the farmer as well. Not only do you get the big ones, but if there's young ones in the burrow, the ferrets kill all them. Usually, I get most of them. I might do. Start a mixo on that one by the look of it. And it's about that time of year, depending on your area. Mixo comes at different places, different times at different places. I suppose there'd be a bit of it around here because there's a fair bit of water and a lot of mosquitoes. Get out of it. Move. So you'll notice now all of these ferrets staying down, not one of them coming up above ground. There's Glory. And all of the ferrets that are in there right now come out of this gill that I'm about to grab. So this is the mother of all of them. Oh, actually no, her daughter was, Buffy, was the mother of two of them, and she was the mother of the two cinnamon gills. And they're all from her line. She's all from that line. She's getting old, really old. She's almost retired, semi-retired now. If you remember another couple of ferrets I had, Stumpy and Grace, that's all that line. Really good on their feet, this line. Their agility is very, very, very good. Blaze. Bang. Missed that one coming out. I was looking at this ferret. And there was Glory behind it. Oh, mine. Hey. Mine. Dash. That's it. Mine. Good dogs. Mine. Chase. Will you leave it alone? Mine. Get down. It's dead. Mine. Oh, let's start picking these up. So I started to pick them up, guys. We got 4 out of there in total. I'm gonna start packing the nets up. Just Trixie left in there, and I'll go over and do this burrow over here. So we got 4 out of there altogether. Well, 3 out of here and 1 out of the other burrow. It's a start. And Chase just took off over there, and I called him. And when he doesn't come when I call him, he loves foxes. So he might have Here he comes. He's back now. But he loves foxes. He's a real good fox dog now, Chase. Kills them pretty easy, one out. And he really doesn't like them. Got a couple of marks on his face now. Look, all fox dogs usually get marked up around the face and the lips. And I suppose by the end of his career, he'll be no different. But he's not really, you know, I don't go out after foxes, but in this game, out in these sort of paddocks, around rabbits, where foxes frequent, because that's what they eat. They hunt rabbits too. You know, you pick up the odd one here and there. I think I killed, the last one I killed was out the back of Noels' place. He killed one out there a few weeks ago. Ooh. There's Noel now, I would imagine. Come. Oh. Chase, come. Heel. Sit here, mate.
Looks like one of those dogs that would knock you down trying to lick you.
Yeah, that's what he's like. He loves people, mate. He really does. I'm always getting in trouble for that.
I'm very envious of you doing what you're doing because when I was a boy I used to have foxes and do fox dens and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, I killed. Did you see the fox I killed over the back?
No.
I left him on the road. He kills them one out, that bloke.
Oh, yeah.
Loves them like he loves them. And in this game, because we're around rabbit areas, they pop up every now and again.
Oh, yeah.
He's a really good dog.
So, what's the system here? How do you?
All you do is you put these long nets all the way around,
Yeah.
and then you drop in, you know, half a dozen. These sandy warrens, it's renowned for them to run round and round in circles.
Yeah.
And how you stop that is you just drop in a whole bunch of ferrets. So every time the rabbit runs somewhere, runs into a ferret, gets sick of getting bitten, runs out.
Oh.
They kill all the young ones underground. So there's a bonus.
Oh, yeah.
Because the young ones they don't normally bolt.
So how do you get them? So then the dogs get them here.
No, they just run. They get tangled up.
Oh.
They just get tangled. The dogs grab them as well. Like if they try and run away, the dogs are straight on them.
Yeah.
Or if
So
they
if
get.
you wanted an eater, you can still got time to grab it.
Oh, plenty. Yeah, plenty. Yeah. I don't normally. It's when I'm taking them to eat, I hand select them.
Yeah.
I put down purse nets, and I'll only get the 3/4 grown females. You know.
Oh, yeah.
You get
So
fussy.
same
You get
shooting.
fussy.
Oh, yeah.
Same as a cow or a sheep. You know.
You know your little kittens.
Yep.
Here I took the grandson, set up some traps. And he was a bit too young for it because he actually got a bit upset. But anyway, the little ones, the real little ones, I thought, oh, so what I did is I cut off the whole rib cage. You know, it's
Beautiful, mate. Yeah. Yeah.
I've never bothered to do that before, and I can't believe this is only about 4 years ago.
Like chicken.
I spent all my life bloody little ones just given to the dogs, and we're eating a sort of more 3/4 grain one.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Now I save all these little kittens.
It's like quail, you know. Like look how good quail is, and
So how many did you get here today?
5.
Oh, is that all?
5 total. Yeah, 5. I'll tell you what happens. Are these burrows been ripped?
No.
They've never been ripped.
No.
These big sandy warrens, what you'll get dead ends in them, right? Big dead ends like this, and you get half a dozen rabbits that go into a dead end one after another, and there's one behind the other.
Yeah.
And then the ferret can only get to the back one, and they scratch and bite them here, but the one got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So they're all there. They're all one in front of the other.
Oh.
What can you find that out? Because I've got these collars you put on them,
Yeah.
trackers. And when the ferret doesn't come out, you dig down to it, and you find five rabbits, one in front of the other. That's how you know what they're doing.
Oh.
But happens a lot in these sandy warrens. But all I do, So I'll come out, I'll do it, I'll take 5 now, 5 today. Next time I come, I'll get another 5.
Yeah.
Next time you come, you get another. And before you know what's going on, you've got them all. Not all, but you put a hole in them. So I'll go and do, I'll do that one now.
Yeah, that's a big one over there.
Yeah, yeah.
You would have walked over and had a look.
Yeah, I did. I walked around the paddock
Yeah.
first before I drove in.
Oh, well, what I'll do is I should go off spraying. It's a beautiful day for spraying. It's windy in the forecast.
Oh, it's a great day, isn't it?
How good would this be today doing what you're doing or working in the veggie garden?
It's fan. And look at the views, mate.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
The birds are singing, the sun's shining.
I look at that every day and I appreciate having a good view.
I do too, mate.
We leased the farm down at Caramit for a couple of years.
But so yeah, I thought, oh well, it's back to the ferreting.
Yeah. So did you bring a cooler in with you? What do you call it? A cooler?
Yeah, it's right there, in the back there.
Four ferrets, how many you got at home?
There's one in. I've got 15 work. I always keep between 15 and 23 workers.
Oh.
And what I do is I'll breed them,
Yeah.
and then I'll keep the best 10 every year.
How do you know the best 10?
Well, you
From
work them.
performance.
You're working, yeah. But I've got a 9.
So what do you give the others away, or you?
No, I sell them $100 each.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. And I've got a waiting list. You know, because of the
right?
YouTube and the Facebook, I'm famous. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so you got to feed them. If you feed them too much, they don't work as hard.
No, it's not true.
But-
It's a myth. If you've got, I told people, if you've got ferrets that won't work when they've eaten, you need better ferrets.
Yeah. Okay.
Their prey drive's got to overrun everything else. That's the highest priority.
Yeah.
So you put a dead rabbit near any of mine, doesn't matter how full they are, their brain will just click and they'll just attack it.
So 40 years ago, to get a den dog, I went up to a bloke in Harry Tassel.
All
He
right.
was in his 70s then, and he did this almost every day. With he had den dogs, so for foxes, but
Tough
he
on
also
the
went
dogs.
out
Tough on the
trapping.
dogs. Yeah.
A lot of trapping. And he, anyhow, I got I wanted a fox terrier, and he had several, and he'd breed them, and I think it was $20, back then for a fox terrier.
Jeez.
And I paid him $20, and I actually used to cart this fox terrier, little miniature foxy, with me wherever I went, and that's our ground there. And I had to walk home one day from up the paddocks, which is, you used to do it all the time. Walk home for lunch or something, I don't know. So I walked across, and I diagonally walked across here, and this foxy that I had was only young. Next thing, pop down a hole.
Yeah. Some women that
It's
just
only a little dog. Next thing, I wanted to go and have lunch or something, and I was calling her up, Sally, come on. And I'm thinking, oh, you fuck on, I'm not going to dig.
You need a shovel. You need a shovel.
You can stay there. And next thing,
A whole bag of them, you know.
so see that young red gum over there,
Which one?
the tree.
The little one here.
No, out in the road. It's hiding the grandpins.
Oh yeah.
See that red gum there?
Yep.
You can see some gates there, just on the level of
Yep. Just
ground,
past on the left-hand side there.
on the right hand.
Oh,
On
we
the
might be
right
looking.
hand.
I'm looking at that one straight in, and just to the left there's a gate.
Get the little ones. They're just saplings.
Yep.
The main red gum there.
Yep.
To the right of it, you can just see the tops of the gates.
I can see them. Yeah.
If you drive in there, that takes you into, not necessarily today,
Yeah.
but that takes you into all that area there. And I've got electric fence going across it, because the fence got burnt down. And you'll see when you go in there. But if you go on that side, you'll get a heap of holes done. I can see a rabbit running across there now.
I see plenty of them.
Yeah, see you across. But there's a bull in that side of the electric fence. Now he's not a problem bull, but the rule of thumb is you never trust a
Yeah,
bull.
that's right.
And I'm sure if you drove in there via the sheds, you drive over to those holes, you can, as long as you keep. But perhaps with the dogs running around.
What about over here? There's a whole bunch. There's
that's
a burrow
bull
right
side.
there.
That's the bull side.
Oh, rightio.
But if you wanted to, do this side first of the electric. You'll see three.
Yeah, I can see
the
it.
steel posts running
Yep.
across. There's 3 electric wires there. If you do this side first, and if you want to do that side one day, and I'm around, I'll just put the bull in the yard.
Oh, I wouldn't worry. I'm pretty good with sheep and cattle and
It's
stuff.
more that
I'll
because
keep
the
my eyes.
dogs- No, but because this is his space.
Yeah.
So it's more if your dogs...
You'll chase them around.
Yeah.
They'll hop over the fence and sit next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll try.
We'll work it out. We'll work it out. If he's a bit, you know, some days leave that, mate. I'm going to give him a drink before I head over.
I want to come over with you.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Yeah, so but I'll get around to it.
Yeah, you want your dogs running around like that, just chasing them back.
That's what they do. Like then when you go do the hole, they're all in the ground. But it's good and bad. It makes them a bit more hesitant to come out. But I don't worry about that sort of thing because most of the burrows I do, they're up the road, and if they're hesitant, you're going to get the easy ones. You come back next time, and the ones that were hesitant now they're easy.
Yeah.
You get them all eventually.
Oh, one day when you're doing the single nets, I'd love to see you have a go. I don't want to cut. Yeah, it's not as if I'm going to cut your lunch on anything, but I'd love to be able to do it. So you don't be around next week?
Yeah.
My grandson's coming from, he's 13 or something. He
Yep.
comes all school holiday. He absolutely loves this. He's from near Warrnambool. Perhaps if there's an opportunity, I'd bring him.
No
in.
worries, mate. All you do is you've got my number.
Yeah.
Ring.
I do things on a rise.
Oh, it's pretty easy. It's for me, because you got the nets. All you do is you put them all the way around,
Yeah.
and the rabbits have to run out. And what they'll normally do on something like this, they'll come out this hole, run in that hole.
Yeah.
Come out this hole, run in that hole. But you put the nets across as well
Oh,
as all the way around,
yeah.
and then when they try and hole hop, they get caught.
Yeah.
So I do stuff like this all the time.
Ah.
This where you get most of your rabbits, you know. Same with this one. But anyway, I'll put the nets around this one here and we'll see how we go. I'm pretty sure we'll get a couple. All right, guys, second burrow. Say good day, Noel. You're a YouTube star now, mate.
Oh, yeah, well,
we'll make you famous. Yeah, each video probably gets about around 1,000 views.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And you put them up every day?
No. I haven't been. It depends because you've got to edit them and all that sort of stuff, you know, and it's all real time consuming. So I do one every now and again now, but I used to try and put up one a week. But these days, I haven't put up one. Look, I haven't put one up now for about 3 weeks.
So, is that going now?
Yep.
Showing the grandkids, of course.
Yeah, oh yeah, I've showed them the views before when I was over there. So look how stunning it is. You got all the views. You got the birds singing in the trees and the sun shining. Yeah. You wouldn't be dead for quids, mate. No. Anyway, I'll drop a few ferrets in here. We've still got Trixie over there, guys. A lot of the people know who my ferrets are. So she's still in that down over there. And we all know what Trixie's like, a little bit persistent. So, what we'll do is we'll drop in Shorty's kits. Sasha from last year. And we've got Grace. And I haven't really named this little girl yet, but anyway, I'll think of something. But I called the white one Grace, and we all know Sasha.
Wow. What about Ellie?
Ellie's a good name, isn't it?
Lulu.
Lulu's a good name too. Actually, I was going to call her Sarah because they're two biblical names. Like Grace is, we all know Grace is Grace, and Sarah's, I think it was Abraham's missus who had a kid late in life.
Have you got the trackers on these?
No. They're at home in there. I normally the bucks I put them on, or the ferrets that I'm going to breed. There's Trixie. Yeah, they'll be running out in a second. The dogs will look after them, mate. So Noel's the property owner. And a really nice guy. Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. Oh my God. All right, we got Trixie back. So we've got Sasha, Sarah, and Grace. Grace is the white one. Sasha's the white one. And Sarah's the polecat, dark-nosed polecat. Here's old Trixie girl. She's had a few litters, mate. She's only got half a tail.
Oh, bit knocked from the others.
I'm not too sure whether, because there's been a few in that line, and you don't know whether the mother's biting them off or it's a trait.
Okay.
But I've had 2 or 3 from in this line that are like that. So it's hard to tell. Actually.
Young do you get to a litter?
Between 2 and 10. Sometimes, you know, 13, 14. And even if they have 14, they can handle it okay. Like you don't even get any runs. And that's Trixie's trait. Like, she's just a bit more persistent than the average ferret.
Yeah.
Which is why I bred her so much. I like that trait.
There's a bit of movement here. I'm not sure whether I can hear the ferrets scrambling around or the rabbits.
It'll be the rabbits. Hard to hear the ferrets. They're light on their feet.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look, we've got a ferret.
Yeah. Shorty. And she was made of Beaufort's best ferret, but he gave it to me.
So even though with 15 odd ferrets, you'd still know them personally, like you do sheepdogs,
Yep.
no doubt.
Yep.
So you don't mark them, you only have...
I've got a few tagged. The black and white ones, they all look the same. Like, they're really, you can't tell them apart unless you really know them. So that can be difficult. But the polecats, they'll all get killed, those young ones. That's the beauty of the ferrets. All them little ones that would have grown up they don't grow up. They get killed. And you find that a lot. They'll kill all the young ones first because they're easy to catch, and then they'll push the big ones. They got the back of you've got it. They're natural. They know where to grab them on the back of their neck, and it kills them. Oh. It's just it's inbuilt within them. They just know where to grab them. At certain times of the year, when they're breeding, their hormones have an imbalance, and they go nuts. They get fizzy. All right, here, come. All right, mine. That's enough. Mine. Good boy. Good dogs. Mine. He's dead now. He's dead now. There's a lot of young ones near you, mate. I might actually drop in a couple other ferrets. Just kill them quicker, and just hurries the process a little. Whoop. He's a lucky kid. See, chase it out. Yeah. And not real happy it missed it either. What I might do, so how long have you been in with Laura, Noel?
I was 12 when we shifted here.
All right.
From Gippsland. My father was a dairy farmer.
All right, yeah. Nice part of the country out there too, mate.
Yeah, it's,
big area, Gippsland.
I thought this was the end of the world when we shifted here. I thought, oh, what a fancy living here. And as I became I was 12, and then through the years of sort of 14, 15, up to before I got my licence, I loved it because I used to walk around shooting rabbits.
Ferreting, fishing, mate, I would have been in my glory.
Fishing here, it's too far. So when you've only got, like on the harder ground, where you often only have 2 or 3 or 3 or 4 exits.
Just use the little nets.
You use the little one.
Just put them over.
And it wouldn't take long either, would it?
5 minutes.
Yeah.
So if you got these big burrows, if you got a couple of small ones around, you would just want to get a couple to eat.
Yeah,
you just go and do them. Put a couple. Lock the dogs in the car, and so they don't crunch them.
$500 for those nets. That's incredible.
Yeah, for one system.
Yeah. So it's got to be a serious hobby where you're going to do it for $500.
Yeah, well, yeah.
When for years, 20 years, if not longer, my neighbour over there, he's gone now. He's in Ferret, we're still good mates. He and I used to go out spotting, absolute minimum once a week for rabbits. That's what I say. If I, like out at Brews, if I was given $10 for every, I'd be a millionaire, like rich.
Yeah.
That, where all those trees are way out the back there, that's just one big sandbank. And it's the same. If we were given $1 for every rabbit that came out of that block, we'd be rich. So in the end, you started off, we used to go shooting, this is spotlighting. In the end, we'd take the sheepdogs out. And so, yeah, they'll knock the calves around. When they're first dropped on the ground, they'll eat the tongue out of them. You know, when as soon as they drop.
Yeah, mate, yeah. They're bad, the foxes. We kill as many as we can.
So he goes out and he's got a night, what do you call them? Night scope. What do they call it?
Night vision.
Night vision.
Yeah. There's two different types. There's night vision and thermal.
Yeah.
Thermal's just a different system. It shows up different.
This might be a thermal.
Yeah. They're real good. Thermals are good. They're the best.
So a bloke comes out here to get a bit of hay off me. I went to school with him actually. He's a couple of years younger than me. He's right into all that spotlighting. He's got night vision. And he showed me, he brought them out.
There we go. Oh, geez, a lot of young ones in here, a lot of young ones. That's why there's nothing coming out.
Yeah.
They just kill, you see all the fur in their mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was during the day he brought it out. It was sort of getting cut. No, it was during, the sun was still out. He said, whatever you do, don't point it at the sun, you're ruining. Anyway, he was showing me, he said, this is just a cheap one. He said, no, good one's on that rifle there. And I said, well, what's a cheap one? Oh, I pay, this is $7,000.
Yep.
And that was the cheap one.
Yeah,
I said,
yeah.
well, what's a dear one? $15,000?
Yep, that's right. But the $5,000 ones are good enough for anything we're going to do.
Yeah.
But and I said, well, that's sad, mate. I said, because I said, I'll notice for you.
Yeah. Oh, this is a bit disappointing. I thought.
Yeah, I thought it'd be running out everywhere. I expected to get about, I thought at least 10. But here's the thing, you'll come back next week and do the same burrow and they'll run it out everywhere.
Oh, okay.
And there's no rhyme or reason for it.
So this over here is happening, you would think.
So we'll drop Trixie, Blaze and Glory. Blaze, Glory and Grace.
They're not going to run into there with in that narrow entrance.
Well, let's hope not.
Well,
Well, look, we don't know, but all we're doing was giving ourselves a chance of catching a couple more.
fuck, dogs will be.
Yeah, the dogs are no slouches, mate. And what I'll do to discourage them and try and get them to run that way is stand here. Yeah, that's how, like, you just don't know. You can do burrows like that, get 10 out of it one day, and
Yeah.
but there's a lot of young ones in there.
Over there.
Yep. I mean, I go out some burrows and you'll see 30 sitting on it. Put your ferrets in, you get none. You go do that same burrow a week later and you'll get 20 of them. And that ferret there, that ferret there is like renowned. It's a renowned ferret. She's old now, she's semi-retired. But
That's the one you went and got before, Trish or something.
Trixie, yeah.
Trixie.
Like if you're giving them,
Oh, he got through the net.
yeah, he's literally won't get it away now though. Oh. But all they need to, if you fed them like whole prey, that's all they need. In the wild, that's all. Good dogs. Good dogs. All right, mine. Mine, good dog. So they're still killing these young ones. There's a heap of them in there, mate, I'll bet.
So that rabbit.
what a glory. You wouldn't get a better day. When I looked at the weather last night, I thought, you beauty.
Yeah, it's a bit windy tomorrow.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I'm gonna go buy some work pants tomorrow.
What days do you tend to work?
Monday to Friday.
Oh, 4 days. Oh, 5 full. How many?
8 hours. 8 hours a day minimum at this stage, and then later I'll probably do 10.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Huh. It'd be a casual rate at this stage, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just on casual?
No, full time.
Oh.
Full time. Today's holiday pay.
Oh, shit. That's
Yeah.
all right. Thanks for getting paid. Good
Yeah, straight away, yeah.
Go revenue.
Plus, you know, you get 4 weeks a year, blah, 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 all the stuff. You've got RDO and... So it come out.
Yeah, he ran back in. That was a ferret.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always a telltale sign when they go back down quickly that they're chasing them around. See that? Yeah. It's a dying sport though, mate.
When I go spotlighting, I don't even take the spotlight, I just use the headlights of the ute.
The ferrets are killing plenty, mate, you can guarantee it. You can hear them all.
Yeah. The rabbits have got it. It's embarrassing how many rabbits are here. So that's why I thought, I'm glad you rang, because it gave me the opportunity to...
Well, you can see the process. We're not being really successful, but you know, like I said, you can come here next week and do the exact same burrows and you'll get 10 out of each one. Because they're there, but they pile in one after another, but that doesn't always happen. It's funny, you get days when it's, I don't know, like it's weird. It's just, none of us can work out why it is. And wind is a sort of a deterrent as well.
Maybe
and then some days you go and it's windy and they're bolting there like nothing.
Maybe it's us talking.
That doesn't help. They tell you to be as quiet as possible, and plus the dog's running above the ground makes them hesitant. But, so he's been chewed up by a ferret, that rabbit.
He has too,
go get him. Go. Hoo. Go. Get him. Go. Too late, mate. He won't live. Even if he goes back down, he won't. That rabbit won't live. The ferret's mauled him bad. Yeah, he won't live, there's no chance, mate. And there's a bunch of them that size.
We used to chuck out, I haven't seen it for years now, but you get the odd one that have an abscess on the liver. Yeah,
you get that. And high dadded, when sheep country they get high dadded.
Well, maybe that's what it was.
It's like a bubble under the fur.
Oh,
you take the fur off and there's a bubble, you know.
No, this was...
That's all right, just let them work away one by one, mate. There'll be 30 young ones in there. By the time I leave, there won't be many left.
I have seen the odd brown snake here, and certainly along that back of the brown snake. And then if you go, oh, good catch.
Good boy, mate. Good boy. Chase here. Look, Trixie behind it. They follow the scent along the ground. Good old girl. I might just pick her up now. If she wants to keep going, I don't take her out all that much because she's old.
Oh, let go.
Hey, that's enough. You got to be a bit firm with him, mate. You see how long they're taking, you know, like normally you'll do a burrow like this in about 15 minutes it's done. But when there's young ones like this, you're guaranteed, and you hear on a bunch of the videos I'll say, we're going to get held up today.
Yeah. And
I said that before we started here. We'll get held up today. A lot of young ones around, and these big sandy warrens, they're renowned for it. The rabbits will run round and round in circles, and normally you drop in 10 ferrets and you'll get them out pretty quick. They'll kill all the young ones quick.
Yeah, that's the reason.
He looks like he's got mixo or something.
I'm gonna have to go because
See, they're still running. They're still chasing them
one
out.
just poked his head out.
Yeah, and that's what it is. That's why we're getting held up. This time of year is just like this. I would have thought we would have got at least 10 out of these 2 burrows. You come next week and you'll do them again.
Yeah.
And I'll video it, and so I'll show you. You'll get to see it even if I don't spot you. You'll see, like, they're there, but they're just not coming out today. That's how all my ferrets are. Most of them, you know, they won't bite me, even with rabbit blood all over me. But occasionally, when they come on season, you got to be careful. Some of the girls can get a bit fizzy, and they'll bite you. Buffy, the one I've just bred her, she's nailed me 3 years in a row, and hard.
So, what? Must have seen one.
Yeah.
So when you pick them up, you've got your hand around their body, but do you ever pick them? You don't pick them up like a kitten, the scruff of the neck.
You can, like.
Yeah.
Like that, but I don't do that, no. But you can. That's how they drag each other around when they're kits. That's how they get their kits. But yeah, 90% of the ones that I do sell, they go to hunting people, and I've probably got 10% that go as pets.
Oh, is that right? It's not a rodent, is it? What is it? What's its closest relative?
Well, they're the same as a skunk, so they probably are a rodent, aren't they? They got a name. What's a skunk? It's a muscoid.
Yeah, something like
That's what they are. They're a muscoid.
So when you start seeing them pop out all the time, the ferrets, like 2 just came here and they both went down this hole when you were over the ute. They must be running out of...
Oh, you just missed it, mate. It's not a young one though.
They must be getting on top of them to see them popping out.
Yeah, they will. And that's when they'll start to push the bigger ones, because they're killing all the small ones. There's Sasha. I can tell her because she's got a tag.
Oh, jeez, must be a small tag. Is that the
Identification.
Oh, is that all? It's not for that.
No, it's just for ID.
What, is the
The tracker's a collar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 2 out of here, isn't it?
Yep. 2. So Sasha, you can go in there. But I know them all by name. She doesn't want to come yet. She might come though. Really good ferrets, them ferrets, they're real good. They're only really young, but they're going so well.
Unless you're in a... Well, it's all right here because...
Up around Bill's they work good. Around with Bill McCall, he's back up against the rock, you know, and just and you'll always whistle them down. Yeah, that's right. This is Blaze. Yeah. She's a beauty. They were the best ferrets I bred this year. Real good. Real good. So we got in there, we got... If it gets over 20 degrees, I stop, go home. So normally on first light, I'm there. She didn't want to stop then. Yeah, she's coming on heat too. But I've got a vasectomise. Remember I said if you don't breed them, they can die? Yeah. If you get a vasectomised ferret, it's the active breeding that takes them out of heat.
Yeah.
So you get a vasectomised ferret to take all the ones you're not breeding out of heat. So that's just another part of it. There's your sister, mate. Vet. Yeah. The staples in. So he doesn't even need anaesthetic.
Yeah.
And $1,000. Here we go. So remember I said they'll kill the young ones and push the big ones. That's what you wanted to charge me. And then because I done a Google review and said that, and I didn't say anything wasn't true. I said I went there with a dog with a wounded healed in a week and a half. She wanted to charge me $1,000 for a few staples. She phoned me up and started giving me a hard time because of my review. And I said, well, did I say anything that wasn't true? I didn't say anything like you're a bad person, or I said I just said exactly what it was. That's enough. Hey, what it was that you wanted to charge me. I said, if you don't want bad reviews like that, I said, don't overcharge people. They'll drag them back. Come on, girl. She doesn't want to come yet. All right. Okay.
That's where we go. I'm sure Kathy will be annoyed when I say, oh no, I actually...
They're still hole hopping here.
Oh yeah. I didn't get anything sprayed because I was too busy talking.
No, mate, you know.
I'm glad. I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
I've never been out.
I'm just sorry we didn't catch more than, but you get to see, get an idea, you know.
Oh, there goes a little rabbit.
Yeah, they're running everywhere now. You see a ferret behind it. Yep. That's Trixie girl. Big hair up. Hey, old girl. Yeah, well. But I'll come back next week and I'll do the exact same burrows. And you'll probably end up with 20 or something, you know. It's the weirdest thing. But that burrow there's got quite a few in it as well. All of these have. All of these burrows have got plenty of rabbits in them. I've seen them when I drove in.
Yeah, I see them every day.
I thought, oh, I'll probably get 20 and go home, you know. But that being said, you know, like we didn't even do very well at all, and we still got, and I count the little ones. It was like there's no little ones over there, but six and that's maybe 7.
Yeah, quite day.
But you would have, they would have killed at least 20 underground at least.
So did you bring your lunch, or do you just...
No, I don't. I'm one of them guys that I don't eat breakfast. I might eat a sandwich at lunch every other day, but I normally only eat once a day.
Oh.
Old Henry out there, and he's still going. He's still going.
Henry Duver.
Yeah. He's blocking the road off, moving his sheep over, and stopping me while I was chatting to him, you know.
Henry would be in his 80s. You're a nice fella, Henry.
He is, yeah.
You do something wrong by Henry, he won't talk to you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
nice fella, mate.
You do the right thing by Henry and...
Yeah, nice guy, mate. Really easy to talk to.
Many left, you know?
I'll let you know in a sec. It's just about it. So that's Glory. Blazing Glory. That's it.
From over there.
From everywhere.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Blazing Glory. There's 4 in here. There was Sasha, Trixie, Sarah and Grace, Lottie and Gypsy. That's it.
Oh.
That's all I brought. Normally I'll have a dozen, but today I didn't because I'm breeding them now, and there's ones that I left it on breeding, and other ones that I'm going to breed, and you don't want to lose them just in case, because you do lose them to snakes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's going to be it for another day, guys. We didn't really do all that well, but you know, you do worse things in life than standing around looking at views like that, listening to the birds and talking to a newfound friend. So see you later, Noel.
See you guys.
And we'll be back here again next week. You heard a bit of the banter, and Most of it will get cut out, but you'll hear bits and pieces. So that's going to be it for another day, guys. Whatever you're doing in life, as long as you're not hurting anyone, make sure you enjoy, because your life goes past way too fast. Bye for now. Alright guys, just come to a different part of Noel's property after Noel had to get going, and he pointed me over here to this part of the property. Bit of a crop out here, a few sheep out here, a couple of bulls in that paddock, or a bull that I can see there, that he said shouldn't be a problem, but I'll keep my eye on him when I'm doing that section. There's a bit of a burrow in here that's got quite a few in it. Dash ran out here just before and picked up a rabbit up, and I've already scanned it, put it back in the car. So the big, this is like huge, this area. And when you're doing some stuff like this, you got to do it in sections. Both these wood piles have got burrows on them, and they stretch out significantly from the wood piles as well, just like this one. And this one, you can see all the holes everywhere, and stretches onto the other side of the fence where the bull is. Might be two bulls. Anyway, so it stretches out here, all the way over there, you can see it, and all the way on that back wood pile there, on that wood pile there, and all the way across here you can see the burrows there. There's a rabbit running. So, and there's a few here. So we'll chip away, guys. Now that I'm working, I'll probably only get to do this, you know, once or maybe twice a week if I'm lucky. Until daylight savings, which isn't too far away. I'm trying to get onto an afternoon shift, so I've got all day to do what I want to do and then go to work. So if once that happens, it'll be happy days. So that's going to be it. So just thought I'd show you. But beautiful views. You know, standing around in this sort of country, look, taking in the views, listening to the birds, and it just does not get any better, mate. Beautiful part of the country. Another burrow right here. This looks like a separate burrow, so it's a nice little one. Put a few nets down, and we'll probably get a rabbit or two out of there, I would imagine. That's going to be it for another day, guys. Said that before, but anyway, whatever you're doing, make sure you enjoy. Life goes past way too fast. There's that rabbit that the dog's caught. Bye for now.